Cool. Let's conclude this topic. Customer service representatives, we have all agreed, are the face of your brand. They are the face of your organization. Directly shaping the customer experience and driving loyalty. Because the way the customer feels or the way the customer felt the last time you gave a call can actually affect, of course, can actually affect speed of the customer experience, and then that means that is a no. Like using their customer service reps are rude. Their customer service representatives are amazing. That can actually drive loyalty to your brand. So to ensure that we attract and retain top talents in this role, I have some propositions to make, and they are very few. I won't be able to, exhaust the list, but I would like us to discuss after this video. So let's dive into it. There is this initiative called Shop the Floor. I'm sure you know what it is. So it's Shop the Floor is actually an operational excellence strategy, or it's also a customer experience strategy where senior leaders of an organization get to visit the contact center. That's organizations that have contact center will visit the maybe contact center, and then sit with the customer service representatives to directly engage the customers, to directly fill the calls of the customers, like to do what the customer service representatives are doing. So a lot of years back when I was still picking calls, we had this initiative one of those times, and our senior leaders came around, and I had this one of our senior leaders that was sitting with me, because they have to sit with a very good. Just kidding. All right. So he sat with me, So I was wearing a headset. Sure. So he had to wear another headset. But that headset is just for him to hear the conversations. So I was talking with the customer, I was resolving the issue. So I picked some calls, and it was time for him to pick at least one or two. And boom, it was an Irish customer. So let's assume that his name is Mr. A. So, and of course he had listened to me, and he was like, "Let me try. So the customer picks, and then he goes, "Hi, my name is A. How may I help you?" Or he actually said, "Hi, thank you for calling. My name is A. How may I help you?" And then what both of us heard was, "Keep your name to yourself. All of you are incompetent." And okay. So personally, I was like, I would have taken this myself. And so he was already furious. Like, does he know who he's talking to? But really, the customer doesn't know. The customer knows that I called this brand, and whoever is going to be at the other end is this brand. And so I'm going to talk to this brand the way I want to talk to this brand. So he was already trying to remove his headset, and now signal that you have to wear the headset. Let's know why you called. So the customer was at first, kind of abusive and was venting at the same time. And you know that for an Irish customer, you need to take a breath of fresh air, and then allow him vent and then listen actively. So he was already signaling that, let's exchange. I said, we won't exchange, you should calm down. I wanted him to calm down. Let's, because you need to be giving breathers, even as you were listening actively, to let the customer know that you're actively listening and you're understanding what he was saying. You needed to be, to be coming in with verbal cues, okay, got it, like that. The man was furious. So when the customer was done, I had to quickly type. As the customer was talking, I was already getting what the issue was. So I opened the details of the customer. He was just, shaking his head. So I had to quickly type what he would say so that I can take over. So he now told the customer, all right, that please, may I place your call on hold? That was the only thing he could do. So he placed the call on hold, and then I had to take over the call. Don't ask me how I addressed the voice issue. I had to take over the call and everything was fine. Do you know how I gave the story? it's not everybody that can be a customer service representative. So part of the wrong perceptions that we have about this role is that it's an unskilled, but let's challenge industry norms and address skills. This role is not an unskilled role. It's not everybody that can be in this role, I am telling you. Now, the customer service representative possesses different skills ranging from communication. It's very important. Communication is actually deeper than the word communication. Okay, so communication, problem solving, critical thinking, multitasking, being able to do different things at different times, product knowledge skills, troubleshooting skills, let's say time management skills, because you still come across customers that are not there for inquiries or requests, they are for complaints, and then even some that are for inquiries and they take a lot of time, but you know that you have an average handling time to manage. So another skill is patience, and another skill is empathy. Like, you can't throw it away. It's not everyone that has these skills. They are not informal skills. You can call them soft skills. So I will say that I advocate for higher reward for customer service representatives because it is not an unskilled labor. It is skilled. And I bet you not everyone can assume this role. No matter, not everyone that seems high can actually do, or yes, can actually assume this role. Not everyone can assume this role. I'll propose that we measure the customer satisfaction levels and then quantify them financially. Both the cutbacks, the cost savings, the cost savings, and then the revenue drives. I will propose that these are measured and quantified, and then compared to what other roles are given, what other roles are generated. This will form a better basis for my advocacy. I'll also propose for performance-based incentives. Okay, so I agree that some people, some talents in this role actually do it anyhow, but there are very dedicated ones. There are very empathetic ones. And that is why I actually suggest, or I actually agree, that there should be performance-based incentives. There should be a measure and rewards tied to how well you have done over a certain period. It could be quarterly, it could be half a year, it could be yearly, but there should be performance-based incentives in addition to the work, the work. So like a sales person will have commission, the customer service representative should have commission, or you don't call it commission, we call it performance-based incentives. These bonus structures can actually be tied to customer satisfaction, customer recommendations, solution rates, other metrics really. You can also reward specialized knowledge. So when we talk about specialized knowledge, there are some representatives that can actually attend to special, like we have specialized help desk. So for telecommunications, you can do for data, for technical support, for corporate help desk. So if it works like that, if there are segmentations like that in your organization, so for representatives that have shown extra effort, that they are able to attend to your high value customers, there should be performance, incentives for them. I suggest, or I propose. Okay, I also there is this talent retention benefits because better pay leads to lower turnover. Like when you have a constant turnover of staff, so you have reduced spend when it comes to recruitment and training. So because that's the next thing I'm going to go to. When you invest in training your customer service representatives, you have them as excellent and outstanding. And when you have trained them, when you've invested, you want to get the return on your investment. So when you wouldn't want another person to reap that ROI. So it's better when you train and then you are able to, and then you reward better. You are able to retain that representative in that role. So I know that when you invest in them, this will give you outstanding and excellent customer service representatives, and I bet that you will also want to pay more because yeah, you want to pay better because you will not want your competitors to poach your excellent talents. We can start this change. We can make this work out. It is not the normal, but we can actually start this change. What do you think in the comment section? Also feel free to share it so that everyone who wants to hear it will get it. Thank you.